Hello everybody, welcome back. So today we'll be discussing about the mentoring skills for managers. Okay, so basically there are four mentoring skills for managers and we'll be discussing them today in this. So remember that as a manager, you will one thing very important, you have a very important and a unique role. Okay, the very first unique rule is that you should get results of your department and company, obviously, but remember with that you also need to develop the skill sets, the knowledge and the responsibilities of your team members. Being a mentor with a manager means being able to communicate with your team members or those you are mentoring on a personal level in order to help them develop the skills essential to growth and improvement. Okay, so obviously if you are a manager, if you are a mentor, that means you should be able to communicate with the team members. Okay, so good mentors are able to embrace and develop four main skills. Okay, without these skills you will not be able to communicate with or aid in the enhancement of anyone's performance. Definitely. Okay, so we'll be discussing about these skills as follows. The very first and the very foremost skill is the observation skills. Okay, now these are very important because you must be able to see, you must be able to understand what the person you are mentoring is currently doing and what that person is capable of. Okay, observing what a team member is doing now may throw up some ideas about what they are capable of doing in the future. Obviously if you are observing a team member, if you are observing him that what is he doing now, this will obviously help you to check to know that what they are capable of doing also in the future. So it is going to help you, it is going to establish a gap between where they are, exactly where they are now, and where you potentially see them being in the future. Okay, so try to observe how they handle each and every problem. Observe, are their creative thinking strategies well honed? Do they see challenges as something to be faced with vigor and courage? Okay, also watch how they use their communication skills with others. Observe that are they calm or are they under pressure, how do they feel, how do they respond thoughtfully rather than how they react impulsively. Okay, so when you observe them, by observing them you will notice where their strengths, where their development areas are, where they need to develop. What are their strengths? Obviously if you are a mentor, if you are a manager, you should have these observing skills. You should know that. So as a manager you should need to check them, you should observe them, you should notice. Okay, you should notice the strengths, you should note the development areas, and then build up a picture of how mentoring can assist them in tapping the most potential and the more and where are the improvement areas. Okay, so you, if you are a mentor, you need to check each and every detail of your employees, how they are working under pressure, how they are reacting under pressure, how they handle their problems. Are they creative thinkers? Are they well honed with the strategies? Okay, uh, do they feel encouraged when they are facing challenges? Okay, what is the vigor, how vigor they are, how courteous they are at times. And also watch that, the best thing to watch is that how do they communicate, how do they communicate with the top level managers, how do they communicate with the lower level with the lower level employees, and how do they communicate with their co-employees. Checking their communication is of sheer importance. It is of utter importance to know that how do they communicate with their colleagues, how do they communicate with the top level, how do they communicate with the lower people, with the lower employees, operational level people, employees. Okay, so observing them as a mentor is very important. Okay, now let's come to the second. Next is analytical skills. Now, analytical skills will give you the tools you need in order to determine where the person you are working with is falling short and what changes may need to be made. Where are the changes? Now, in observation skills, you know what their strengths are. Okay, you know that. Now you need that where they are falling short and what are the changes that may need to be made. Okay, so think analytically is something, if the something that can be developed and earned over a period of time. Okay, so situations where analytical skills can be used could include like building organizational skills, troubleshooting problems, setting budgets, researching future opportunities, creating data analysis, running diagnostics, and improving creative thinking. Okay, so thinking analytically is something that can be developed and earned over a period of time. Okay, then again, you can mentor your team members in helping them to analyze, in helping them to tackle and sort new information, maybe new ideas, new challenges, and possible solutions. Now, situations, I have already told you, situations where analytical skills can be used could include like organizational skills, troubleshooting problems, etc., etc. So, mentoring your team members, okay, mentoring your team members in these skills, get them thinking at a higher level, and then again, it allows them to show you their value in key areas of the business. Okay, so this was about the analytical skills that are needed. So we always need to remember that a mentor should feel like he's an advisor. You should feel that he's an advisor, obviously, someone who is always by your side, on your side, who is very loyal, who is very interested. Okay, so if the employees will see their mentor as their help, they'll feel very interested. If a mentor is feeling very interested in them, if the mentor feels trusted, and most importantly, what is the experience in his particular area. So, if we talk about mentoring, now mentoring can be done by someone senior to you or an equal footing, but who helps steer your career through both the good and the difficult times. Okay, a mentor can almost be seen as a very wise, very experienced friend or favorite aunt, or sometimes an uncle type person also. So a mentor leads by example and is definitely a kind of role model to you. So mentoring helps you see the big picture and understand the politics of the organization you work for. Okay. Before going to another, skill, I should tell you that there are again few important things that will help you make the most of your mentor. Okay, if you want to be a mentor, the very first is that meet with your mentor on a regular basis. Okay. Second is set very clear objectives. Discuss your objectives with the mentor. Rely on your mentor for guidance. Okay, you should always rely on your mentor only for guidance, not for answers. He'll be always there for you, he'll be always by on your side for guidance, but not for answers. The ultimate answer, the ultimate thing is the thing that you will decide. Next is be very honest with your mentor. And a mentor isn't a dumping ground. Remember, he's not a mentor, is not in any way, he's not a dumping ground. Mentoring is one of the best ways to develop yourself, and is a great way not to have to go it all alone. So a good business mentoring program will provide motivation. It will provide you inspiration, but business mentoring will help you find ways to deal with immediate difficulties, as well as helping you to plan a long-term career strategy. So this we have discussed actually only two skills. Okay, we have discussed about the role of business mentoring skills, and we have discussed about two skills that are needed. The very first was observation skills, that you need to observe the people, and the second was the analytical skills. Okay, so the next skills we'll be covering in the next presentation. Till then, take care. Thank you.